The moment everyone has been waiting for finally arrived, and what happened inside that ring was absolutely brutal and unforgettable. If you want to see exclusive coverage of every wrestling moment that leaves you stunned, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now, because we bring you the most intense wrestling action that you simply cannot miss. The Crown Jewel Championship match between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes became the talk of the entire wrestling world the second the bell rang. Two of the biggest names in professional wrestling stood face to face, and the tension in the arena was so thick you could feel it from miles away. Seth Rollins emerged from the back wearing his signature red and gold attire, his hair perfectly styled as he walked with complete confidence down that entrance ramp. The crowd erupted with a mixture of cheers and boos, because Rollins has always been that divisive figure who commands attention the moment he steps foot in any wrestling ring. Then Cody Rhodes emerged next, and the crowd went absolutely wild. The American Nightmare walked to the ring with his unfinished business written all over his face, ready to prove that he deserved to hold the Crown Jewel Championship more than anyone else. The two men stared at each other as the referee went over the rules, and you could see the fire burning in both of their eyes. This was not going to be just another match. This was going to be a war. The bell rang, and immediately Seth Rollins charged forward with aggressive intensity. He threw several hard right hands at Cody Rhodes, but Cody managed to slip away and countered with a huge clothesline that sent Rollins flying to the mat. The crowd was already on the edge of their seats just 30 seconds into this main event. Rollins got back up quickly and went right back at Rhodes, but this time Cody was ready and he threw Rollins down with a perfect suplex that shook the entire ring. Seth rolled out of the ring to collect himself, and Cody followed him to the outside. The action spilled outside the ring, and these two warriors were throwing everything at each other. Seth Rollins recovered and slammed Cody Rhodes hard into the ring post, and Cody's face ricocheted off the steel. The referee started counting, but before the count got too high, Cody got back into the ring. Seth followed him and immediately went for a cover, but Cody kicked out at one. Seth was relentless now. He grabbed Cody by the hair and pulled him up, then whipped him hard into the corner of the ring. Cody hit the turnbuckle with a sickening thud, but instead of staying down, he came right back out swinging. Cody Rhodes started throwing these incredible forearm strikes at Seth Rollins, each one landing with more force than the last. Seth covered up his face and tried to protect himself, but Cody was on a mission. He whipped Seth across the ring and then hit him with a massive power slam that made the crowd lose their minds. Seth was down on the mat and Cody went for a pinfall attempt, but Seth got his shoulder up at the 2 count. These men were showing no signs of slowing down whatsoever. Seth Rollins rolled to the outside and Cody followed him once again. They were trading blows on the outside, and the referee was counting down. Seth suddenly threw Cody face first into the steel steps, and blood began streaming down Cody's forehead. The crowd gasped as they saw the red liquid running down his face. Seth was in complete control now, and he went back into the ring and posed for the crowd. But Cody Rhodes refused to stay down. He wiped the blood from his face and pulled himself back into the ring despite his injury. Seth went on the attack again, but Cody started fighting back with everything he had. Even with blood covering his face, Cody was demonstrating that he had the heart and determination to win this championship. He hit Seth with a beautiful moonsault off the top rope, and Seth crashed hard onto the mat. Cody went for the cover and got a 2 count. The momentum was shifting back in Cody's favor. Seth got up and tried to whip Cody into the ropes, but Cody reversed it and then hit him with a crossbody that sent both men flying across the mat. The two competitors got up around the same time, both breathing heavy and both showing signs of the punishment they were inflicting on each other. Seth had a cut above his eye now too, and the two champions of violence stood there facing off once more. They started trading punches in the middle of the ring, each one getting louder and more intense than the last. The crowd was absolutely living for this moment. Back and forth they went, neither one willing to give an inch to the other. Seth suddenly ducked under one of Cody's punches and went for a roll-up, but Cody saw it coming and kicked out immediately. Seth got up and went for a enziguri, but Cody caught his leg and threw him down. Seth bounced back up though and used his momentum to nail Cody with a super kick that sent Cody staggering backwards into the ropes. Cody came off the ropes and charged at Seth, but Seth ducked and threw Cody over the top rope to the outside. Cody crashed down on the mat outside the ring, but he got up quickly and slid back in before the referee could count him out. Seth was waiting for him with stomps to the chest and back. Seth pulled Cody up by his hair and set him up for a suplex, but Cody blocked it and reversed into a suplex of his own. Both men hit the mat hard, and for a moment there was a brief pause as they both tried to recover. The crowd was chanting for both of them now, recognizing the incredible effort both wrestlers were displaying. Seth got to his feet first and went to the top rope. He was looking for a flying crossbody, but Cody rolled out of the way at the last second. Seth crashed hard onto the mat and Cody immediately went for a pinfall, getting a 2 count. Cody pulled Seth up and went for the crossroads, which is his finishing move. Seth managed to slip out of it though and pushed Cody towards the ropes. Cody bounced off and came back at Seth, but Seth was ready with a clothesline that turned Cody inside out. Seth dragged Cody to the center of the ring and positioned him for what looked like his finishing move, the curb stomp. The crowd was holding their breath because they knew that if this move connected, the match could very well be over. Seth raised his foot in the air and went for it, but at the last possible second, Cody moved out of the way. Seth's foot came down hard on nothing but mat. Cody got up and hit Seth with an incredible spine buster that drove all the air out of Seth's lungs. The match had been going on for almost 15 minutes now, and both men were exhausted. They were covered in sweat and blood, and every movement was becoming slower and more deliberate. Cody went to the top rope again and was setting up for something big. Seth got up and followed him to the top. They were trading punches on the top rope now, a dangerous position for both of them. Seth managed to get the better of the exchange and pulled Cody off, sending him down to the mat with a huge superplex from the top rope. Both men were down on the mat now, and the referee was making sure they were both okay. They got up at the same time and started trading heavy blows once more. The crowd was on their feet, sensing that this match was approaching its climax. Seth suddenly went for a curb stomp again, but Cody caught his leg and locked in a submission hold. Seth was screaming in pain, trying to reach the ropes. He was crawling and clawing, getting closer and closer to the ropes. Finally, his hand touched the rope and the referee made Cody break the hold. Both men got back to their feet, and Seth looked like he was hurt from that submission. Cody saw the opportunity and went for the crossroads again. This time Seth couldn't get out of it. Cody caught him perfectly and drove him down hard onto the mat. The crowd erupted as Cody went for the cover. 1, 2, and on 3, the referee's hand hit the mat for the third time. But wait, Seth got his shoulder up at the very last second. The crowd went crazy because they could not believe that Rollins kicked out. Cody was frustrated, but he didn't give up. He pulled Seth back up and was looking for another finishing move. Seth fought back with everything he had left, hitting Cody with several hard elbows. Cody staggered backwards and Seth went for a huge clothesline, but Cody ducked under it. Seth turned around and Cody caught him with the crossroads once more, but this time he held on. Seth was too hurt to defend himself. Cody drove Seth down to the mat with even more force than before. The referee was in position and went down to count. 1, the crowd was counting along. 2, the tension was unbearable. 3, and it was all over. Cody Rhodes had won the Crown Jewel Championship, but he immediately collapsed next to Seth Rollins because of the sheer exhaustion and the injuries he had sustained throughout this brutal encounter. Both men had left everything in that ring, and the crowd gave them a standing ovation for the absolutely incredible display of athletic prowess and sheer determination they had shown. Cody Rhodes was helped to his feet by the medical team, and the referee placed the Crown Jewel Championship around his waist. His music hit and he raised his arms in victory, blood still dripping from his face, his body covered in sweat and bruises. Seth Rollins slowly got up and looked at Cody with a nod of respect, understanding that on this night, Cody Rhodes was simply the better man. The two warriors shook hands in the ring as the crowd continued to cheer. This match will be remembered as one of the most intense and hard-fought matches in Crown Jewel Championship history. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on the biggest wrestling moments and the most detailed coverage of everything happening in the wrestling world right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get alerted the moment we upload new content.